To all who listen to this happy pod, welcome. My name is Noah Parker, and this is my world of wonder. Today I'm joined yet again by my mom. We're fresh off of my little brother's wedding, so she is still here. So we're going to knock out a couple more while we're here. I didn't give you a chance to say hello to the audience, so go ahead and do that.
You didn't? That's okay. Hi, I'm Mom again. I'm back.
Like I said last time, she is the woman responsible for this. So if you like the podcast and you like my mind, then you have her to thank. If you don't, then you have her to blame. So today we are going to be doing some Disney trivia because both, like I said before, I grew up on Disney parks because of her, and she spent a lot of her life with Disney parks. Well, I guess you could say you grew up on it too.
Yeah, I did, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
a little background there.
Go ahead.
Disney World opened October of 1971.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is actually, 8 months after you were born?
No. I was almost 2. We went in February.
Oh, you were born in 70, right?
Of 72. My bad. Now, of course, there was the newness, but not necessarily for me at that point. I'm a twin, so my twin sister and I were almost 2 when we were getting ready to go, and my mother said that she was not going to take us unless and until we were potty trained. Now, of course, we had no control over that, but you know what? They took us to Disney, and we were potty trained.
Nice.
So, yeah, I went to Disney when I was potty trained. I was terrified of Eeyore. He was a character.
Yeah, but now he's one of your favorites, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Eeyore and Figment are my favorite
characters. It's fun how that turns out. I was going to say you've been going to Disney since you were in diapers, but it sounds like that is the exact opposite. You have been going to Disney since right after you were in diapers.
Right after I was in diapers. That's true.
Excellent.
Yeah. I have, yet again, another gift. You ready?
I keep forgetting about this part. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. I'm thinking that you need some things to help with some of your trivia. So I brought you a few Disney magazines. There's 100 Years of Animated Classics.
Wonderful.
There's Walt Disney, Real Stories Behind the Legend. That is directly from History Channel magazine. And this is the unofficial Smart Parents Guide to Disney Theme Parks. And it's got a lot of info in there that I think that you'll be able to use with your trivia and things like that. So
wow, that's lovely.
Your
Thanks,
fun
Mom.
fact of the day and all that.
I love those.
Yeah, you can look through those and keep them in your library.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't wait to read some of those. All of them, but you know.
But like that middle one.
That middle one looks exciting. It's got
really
a picture of Walt right on the front.
I know, right?
That's instant attention grabber for Noah. But but yeah, so we're going to be doing some trivia today, like I said, and the way we're going to be doing it, we had plans, and timing didn't work out for the original plan to work, but we realized that the Play Disney Parks app, which if you are familiar with waiting in queues at Disney World or Disneyland, you probably have the app. It's an app that Disney put out to help you pass the time while you're waiting in queues. And they have a Disney Parks trivia sub app, I guess is what I would call it. Because you go into the app and then there's like subcategories to everything. It's kind of like a sub app. And so there's several different topics that you can do trivia on. So we have Walt Disney World trivia, there's character trivia, Disneyland trivia, film and TV trivia, history trivia, and right now, because it's Halloween, they're doing the weekly challenge, which is Disney villains, which I might throw that one in for me when you're done. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. And then there's also a category for random where you can pull from all of them. But the way we're going to do this today is Mom and I will each select one of those categories, and then for example, we already talked about this, but Mom's going to do Disney World trivia and I'm going to do Disneyland trivia. So she will open on her app the Disneyland trivia and ask me the questions, and I will answer them without the multiple choice if I can, or with the multiple choice if I need it.
Okay.
And then it'll be vice versa. So for her Disney World trivia, I will read her the questions. Do you want the multiple choice just automatically, or?
I want to try for the answer on my own first.
Okay, sounds good.
We'll see what happens.
And then after we're done with the Disneyland and Disney World, they ask 10 questions, and then we move on. We'll get a score at the end, and we will tally up the scores. We're going to do probably a few of these each. And then, we'll see what our total score is at the end and see who. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how even it really is. I don't know how even the scoring really will be. But there are enough questions that we could theoretically both go through both categories or all categories. But we'll see what we get to when we get there. The weekly challenge, I believe, is only like there's only like 10 questions in that one. It's shorter.
Okay. Well, there's 10 questions in the Disneyland.
But I think like there's like a bank of 50 total.
Oh, okay. Right.
Because you can go through it 5 times.
Okay.
Before you start getting repeats. But I think the weekly trivia is only like 1. So would you like to start, or would you like me to start?
So technically I did ask you a question already, which is, in Disneyland at the end of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, what is the town that you end up in?
Rainbow Ridge.
And it is Rainbow Ridge.
Yes.
So yes. So if for some reason Noah is ahead by 100 points, then we'll throw that question out so that I can win.
Yes. Fair enough. So I guess then I'll let you read the rest of the questions in that first round for me.
Okay. So do you want me to read? So there's going to be like 9 questions. You want me to go ahead and read all 9 of them for you? Okay, let's do that. In 2015, Anna and Elsa from Frozen made their way to a new home in Disney's California Adventure Park. Where in the park can you currently meet them?
In California Adventure? Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Would you like your multiple
choices?
Yeah,
let me get the multiple choice.
Carthay Circle Restaurant, Disney Animation Building, Cozy Cone Motel, Jumpin' Jellyfish.
I don't think it's Jumpin' Jellyfish, and I know it's not Cozy Cone because that makes 0 sense.
Correct. I think so too. I agree with that.
Carthay,
I don't know yet. So
yeah, Carthay Circle Restaurant sounds like it's a good option. But I feel like, what is the
Disney Animation
Building? That sounds the most likely.
So which one are you picking?
I'm gonna go against my better judgment and say Carthay Circle Restaurant because I feel like that is a character dining.
I will say I agree with you. I think it's Disney Animation Building, but I will put your Carthay Circle Restaurant in.
No, it was the Animation Building. Okay.
I
kind of had a feeling that was it, but I was like, it's gonna throw me.
I know. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln originally premiered where?
Oh, at the 65 World's Fair.
I will give that to you because it's the 1964-65 World's Fair because it actually goes for a whole year.
Right.
So I will give you that. Yes. I knew that was the answer, and then I just had to tap.
Gotcha.
Because I knew it was right. Okay. What is the name of the sailing ship that circles the rivers of America at Disneyland Park? Pretty sure I know this one too.
Is it an SS? Is there an option for an SS on there? I
think it's technically an SS.
Let me get those because I know my ears are gonna perk up the second you say it.
Sailing ship, Columbia.
Yeah, that's it.
Mekong Maiden.
It's a sailing ship, Columbia.
Pearl.
Yes, SS
Enterprise.
Columbia.
It's not the Enterprise. You don't think so?
No,
okay,
I was gonna say SS
sailing
Columbia.
Ship. It is. Yes.
And I think I would have been right. But.
You would have been. You are right. So there you go. At Disneyland Park in California, which scene inside It's a Small World is decorated for the holiday? For the holidays. Do you want to? Okay.
Give me those.
England, France, all of them, Ireland.
Uh-oh. Now I'm stuck.
And I don't know this one.
Well, it's definitely either all of them or it's just England. Or is it France? Oh crap. See, this I think I know this, but I'm not recalling it. I've never been to Disneyland around a holiday, so I wouldn't even have memories to go back on. I'm going to say England.
You're going to say England?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to check it. I think it's all of them personally.
You're probably right.
But I'm going to say England too. Yeah, it was all of them.
It was all of them.
Fun fact, every scene in the attraction is decorated for the holidays. In fact, every doll gets an accessory, and some get full costumes during the holiday transformation.
Well, good to know. Now when I get to ask that question, I'll be able to tell people.
What Los Angeles area bridge inspired the architecture for the current monorail bridge over Buena Vista Street at Disney California Adventure Park?
I'm going to need the multiple choice on this one.
Shakespeare,
Nope.
London,
Nope.
Hyperion, Brooklyn.
Hyperion Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge.
So Los Angeles area bridge inspired the architecture for the current monorail bridge.
Well, it's definitely either Hyperion or Brooklyn. But I don't think LA also has a Brooklyn Bridge. I'm pretty sure that's only in New York.
I believe so.
I'm gonna stick with Hyperion.
I think that's it. Yep, it's Hyperion.
Okay. Excellent.
The Hyperion Avenue Bridge over the Los Angeles River was erected as a memorial to the Los Angeles residents who gave their lives in World War I.
Well, there you go.
What type of animal splashes about in the bathing pool during the Jungle Cruise?
Disneyland. I'm pretty sure it's the elephant.
Okay, we're going to go with elephant. Yep.
Okay,
That's right.
I was going to say, I know there's rhinoceroses too, but I
That's
don't think they're technically
right.
bathing.
This is going to, you're going to have 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 3 more questions.
Okay.
What type of ship is used to transport guests on Star Tours The Adventure Continues?
Is this a Star Speeder 3000?
Close. Do you want the options?
Yeah, give me the options because
I'm just going to give it to you anyway because it is a Star Speeder 1000.
1000.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what it is.
I knew it was 1000 for Star Tours, but then I'm like, Star Tours Adventure Continues. Did they rename it? And I was like, everyone calls everything 3000. So,
Everything's a 3000. Yeah. But I think that's because of Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
As you wait for Toy Story Mania, Midway Mania to begin, you'll encounter Mr. Potato Head removing and reattaching which part of his body?
His right ear.
Yes.
I don't know if it's specific on the
It's
right.
not specific.
Okay.
Being able to remove and reattach his ear, or any body part for that matter, is a significant breakthrough and makes Mr. Potato Head one of the most complex audio animatronics figures in history.
He's a pretty impressive broad, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. In 1961, the Disneyland Opera House on Main Street, USA featured sets from what Disney feature film?
What year was it?
1961.
My instant.
Do you want the options? Go ahead with
I'll tell you
instinct.
my instinct, which is Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Is that an option?
That is an option. Do you want all the options?
Give me all the options because I might hear one that I'm like, yeah, no, never mind.
Okay. Mary Poppins, The Love Bug, which is
Herbie,
The Parent Trap, Babes in Toyland.
I'm sticking with Mary Poppins.
Okay, we'll go with Mary. It's not Mary.
Oh, no.
It's Babes in Toyland.
Ew. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I don't think I've ever seen that one either. I'm not going to lie.
It's on the list.
That is
adding it now.
above me. So you got a score of 7 out of 10.
So I got 700 points because it's 100 points each.
Yes, and that does include the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad question.
I'll put an asterisk with 100 after it. So if I win by 100 points, we just tied. Because it wasn't on the camera.
You're assuming I'm not going to get 100.
We'll see. That's fair. Okay. All right. So we're starting you off with the Disney World trivia.
Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
I don't know.
I have a feeling you're going to do better than me, but
I don't know. I hope so.
I feel like there's going to be some stumpers in here, but okay. Question number 1. Disney's Hollywood Studios once featured an entertainment showcase called Sounds Dangerous, which was hosted by what comedian?
Drew Carey.
Yeah. That one was a gimme.
I want to tell a story about when we went to see that.
Oh,
we
please do.
Went and saw
that was
that
actually
one time,
really convenient.
And I think you were there.
I was in the park, but I did not.
But you weren't in there. Okay.
Yeah,
I think I took the
me and
little
Marcy went to go
kids
ride Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, you went on a different ride. So I took the little kids with me. Jordan, Caleb, and Lauren were back in, I think it was in 2011. I'm not sure when it was. Mm-hmm. And we went to see Sounds Dangerous. And the lights go out. And because they're trying to say, there's things, if you can't see something, you can hear it. And what do you hear when you can't see stuff? Yada, yada. And so all of a sudden we start feeling this drip. Well, there's a lot of attractions or shows like that are immersive. What do they call it? Like 4D or something like that, where you get sense and you get the wind blowing your hair, or like you might get a spray of water. And so we started getting like dripped on, and we're like, this must be part of the show. And all of a sudden, like it was like pouring out of these pipes, and then they turned the lights on, and we're just sitting there getting drenched by these pipes. And actually something had happened, and a pipe burst, and we had no idea it wasn't part of the show. We're just sitting there getting wet. And then we're like, oh, we feel stupid. So
that's a good story.
Took the little kids out. So yeah, it was a great story.
I love that. For some reason, I'm thinking that was when we talked about last podcast with Dad's company picnic at Universal, and we went over to.
It might have been that day too.
I feel like it was that day.
Yeah, it might have been.
So there is no little blurb like you were getting with the Disneyland ones after this. It doesn't give me any extra information.
It might. You might.
This one, it didn't.
That particular one, it didn't. So.
Maybe the next one will. Let's see. Our question: Innoventions opened in 1994, carrying on the spirit of this former attraction area that once lived in the same space.
Because it used to be called Communicores, and then they opened Innoventions in one of the Communicores. What are my options?
Well, your options are Universe of Energy, Millennium Village, Horizons, and Communicore.
I'm going with Communicore.
I think you're right. That's a solid answer, and you are. That is
Okay.
correct.
I mean, that's why I said before I even knew the options.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a solid one. I almost clicked it when you said it because I was like I'm fairly confident that's right. But
just as a fun thing, I don't know what the other two options are.
I do have a fun fact with this one.
So energy of world
Universe
of
of energy.
Yeah, that's it. Universe. Universe of energy. That is where Ellen's energy adventure was, and it's now Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Amazing ride.
Horizons is where Mission Space is now.
Yes.
So I knew it wasn't those.
Millennium Village is the only one on there that I know of, but I couldn't think of where it is.
I don't know where that is.
Or where it was, but
I'm not sure. Okay.
Anywho, so there's a fun fact attached to that one.
Okay.
From 1982 to 1994, Communicore contained a variety of innovative exhibits focusing mainly on computing technology of the time, which is
okay. Another little fun fact.
Oh boy.
As you may or may not know, if I haven't shared before, Dad and I had our honeymoon there in 1990. And they had a soundproof glass room that you could go into, and you could stand in there. It had a keypad for a phone, and you dialed the number. You had to pay, but you dialed the number because long distance, before cell phones and long distance being free and all that. And you could dial a number, and you could talk to someone without using the handset.
Oh,
I know, right?
Speakerphone.
So like conference call, whatever. Yeah, it was very funny. We call Grandma.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun.
There you go. All right, question number 3. Lights, camera, action. In what year did Disney's Hollywood Studios open to the general public?
Oh, they Hollywood Studios, you said? Okay, so
it says Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
MGM Studios.
Okay, so I'm going to go with MGM Studios, opened in 1989, I believe, and that they only opened like with a handful of attractions. I wouldn't even call them rides. There was no Rock and Roller Coaster. There was no Tower of Terror. They didn't have the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, obviously, because that didn't come out until like 93 or so. And they did have
I think Star Tours was opening
Star
day.
Tours, I think, was there.
And so was the Studio Backlot Tour.
Studio Backlot Tour, but it was much bigger, like we talked about the other day. And
Hollywood Boulevard wasn't even there. There was nothing over on that side of the park.
There was nothing over on that side of the park.
You walked straight down in between the...
Yep, and there was a big
Not
sorcerer,
that I
Mickey's
know
hat.
from experience, but I know from knowledge.
And Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular was there.
Yes.
And that was kind of it.
Yeah.
That was kind of it. So
you said 1989?
I'm going to say 1989.
1989 is correct.
Whoop, whoop.
Fun fact, with its grand debut back in 1989, Disney's Hollywood Studios became the third theme park to open at Walt Disney World Resort. That wasn't as much of a fun fact
That's
as I was hoping.
That's not a fun fact.
That's like, I feel like that's not
that's
fun
like
fact.
Animal
That's
Kingdom
like
was the fourth theme park to open at Walt Disney World.
Like for people of our caliber, I guess that's not a fun fact. That's common knowledge.
That's common knowledge, exactly. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, the stunning exhibit in the Morocco Pavilion, decorative arts showcase. Oh, sorry. At this stunning exhibit in the Morocco Pavilion, decorative arts showcase a visual representation of the country's cultural identity. What is the place?
I'm going to ask for my option.
Okay. So it is the art of personal adornment, the art of gods and goddesses, the art of creating tradition, or the art of Casablanca.
I don't think Casablanca.
I'm going to say that that's not probably the one.
But it could be.
I don't know.
I think that's where that is.
Maybe. I don't know myself.
I don't know that one. I've only been to the Morocco Pavilion like once, and it was because it was really, really hot out, and there was this big room that had tile in it, and that was it, and it was actually really cool and comfortable in there, and we sat in there.
Yep. And they also have water.
They have water, and that's that. And now they actually, where Marrakesh used to be, which was a restaurant that has since closed. Now they have like a whole like lounge and stuff in there with snacks and stuff, and it's pretty cool. But I haven't gone there yet. I will go on there. I will go on Monday, and I will report back. But tell me those options one more time.
The art of personal adornment, the art of gods and goddesses, the art of creating tradition, the art of Casablanca.
Thinking it's either the first one or maybe the art of Casablanca. I'll go with the art of Casablanca.
Okay, that is incorrect. It is the art of personal adornment.
See, I thought it could be that one too.
After visiting the exhibits in the Gallery of Art of History, be sure to explore the mini bazaars and shops offering Moroccan crafts, jewelry, clothing, basketwork, and brasswork. Ooh. So while we're there, maybe let's take some pictures. We need some stuff to put on TikTok for this episode.
Okay, I like it.
Gotta be good.
I got one wrong.
So far, we're only halfway there. Number 5. Question number 5. Yeah, I'll be about halfway there. Where at Epcot can you enjoy live performances of all-time favorite bands during the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival?
So it's called, what is it? The American Garden Theater or American?
I was gonna say I don't want to give you the multiple choice
because I'll know it, but I'm saying like it's like the American Garden Theater or
that is
Gardens
an option.
of America. It is American Garden Theater.
We also have International Gateway.
No.
It's not the Seas with New Moon Friends. We know that. Or Showcase Plaza.
No, it's the American Garden Theater.
That is correct.
That's also where they do the candlelight processional as well.
Yes. Longtime favorite musicals like Hanson, musical acts, like Hanson, Air Supply, and Sugar Ray have all performed during the festival's Eat to the Beat concert series in years past. And I will throw in a little tidbit myself. One of the channels that I follow on YouTube a lot is, and watch for Disney stuff specifically, is allears.net. And they have one of their hosts for their videos is a gentleman by the name of Sage Starkey, who's a singer and an actor, and he played one of the characters on the Galactic Star Cruiser. He actually played 3 different ones, I think, at one point. But he actually has a band called the Sound Up Band, and they performed just last week, or they're performing this week.
Wow.
Or next week at the American Gardens Theater.
A fun fact too for us, because we enjoy the festivals. We really like going there. Epcot and Hollywood Studios are our favorite parks. And when we went one time last year during the Food and Wine Festival, we actually got to see. We didn't stay. We were, but we did get to see Air Supply.
That's awesome.
For an '80s kid, I bet that was cool. Was fantastic.
All right. Okay. Western civilization did not come across the okapi, which can be found here in Animal Kingdom Park. It just says here in the park, but in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Until what year?
Okay, what are my options?
1901, 1849, 1998, or 1955? We'll finish this question, then I'll get that camera rolling again.
1955 was one of the options
you
said? I'm going to go with 1955. I feel like it was kind of recent.
1955 is incorrect.
What was it?
1901.
Oh, that was my other choice.
Relatively recent, but
yeah,
quite far back still.
I was thinking it was like before the turn of this, or right after the turn of the century, but then I was like,
it was right after the turn of the century. Yeah. Currently classified as an endangered species, the okapi is the only living relative to the giraffe, both of which you'll find here at Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, which is obviously not here. I'm in near Denver, Colorado. We have nothing of the sort. Give me just a second, guys. I got to get that other camera rolling again, and we'll be right back to finish out Mom's final 4 questions. Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready for question number 7?
I am.
Excellent.
I feel like I'm doing really good.
I think you are.
I think I got 2 wrong.
So far, you've got 2, but I got 3 wrong, so you got 1 more before we're...
Okay. All right.
All right. Which restaurant allows you to enjoy authentic Italian cuisine while sitting amongst murals of ancient Rome?
I'm going to say Via Napoli.
I'm going to say that's not it because I do not have that as an option.
All right. Give me some options. I'll tell you what it is.
It's going to be fun because it's Italian, so I can't pronounce it correctly. But
you can let me see it because I can't see the answer.
Oh, that's a good point.
If you want.
If I can't get through it, I'll
okay. You try and get through it, and then we'll go from there.
What is that? Teppan Adu.
Nope, that's the Japan Pavilion.
Okay.
Okay.
La Cantina de San Angelis.
That's in Mexico Pavilion.
Sounds like it would be Cantina. Tutto Italian
that's one.
Ristorante.
It's that one.
You don't think it's a Biergarten?
No, it's not Biergarten for sure. That's our favorite restaurant.
That is
It's
correct.
Germany
It is
Pavilion.
whatever I
Okay,
just said
yeah.
a second ago. These murals created an optical illusion by using three-dimensional scenes, allowing you to take a step back in time to an ancient city that appears to be alive once again.
Oh, that one sounds
We've
really
never
fun.
eaten, like, I think we've eaten at the American Pavilion
And
at Biergarten and at Mexico.
yeah,
I don't think I've ever eaten. Well,
we haven't eaten at the
we
Italy
haven't.
Pavilion.
Me and Adriana were going to eat at the Italy Pavilion. We're
Yeah.
gonna have, because we wanted to have it at the Morocco Pavilion because we wanted to have Mediterranean food
right.
while we were there, but that restaurant was not open. So we ended up getting a reservation at, I think, that restaurant, whatever I just said. And we ended up not going. We ended up canceling the reservation while we were there because we had so much other stuff we wanted to do that we're like,
Right.
this timing of this reservation falls in
Right.
the wrong spot.
It was
like
hard
we
to be
just
tied
gotta,
to a reservation.
And we also ended up finding, it was during Food and Wine Festival. So they had all the little booths with the extra food.
Yeah.
And we ended up finding Indian food.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's one of our favorite cuisines is like chicken tikka masala and naan bread with like Samoas and
Right.
vegetable
I've
samosa.
always wanted to go
sorry.
either to the Italy Pavilion at either of those. There's like two restaurants there.
There are.
Or the
The other
French
one's like a pizza
Pavilion,
restaurant.
the France Pavilion.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, so maybe I'll have to, when Dad sees this podcast, I can tell him I want to go there for my birthday.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. All right. True or false?
Oh, goodness.
Walt Disney originally wanted real animals to populate the Jungle Cruise.
True.
That is very true. That was a easy slow ball. What was that?
That was very much
What a
easy one
softball.
right
There's
there.
not even a fun fact for it because they're like, that's cut and dry. He wanted
It's
real
nuts.
animals.
He wanted real animals, yeah.
But that's actually why Animal Kingdom ended up becoming a thing.
Yes.
Is because he
They
wanted
wanted-
it and he couldn't do it. And then years
Yeah.
later, they're like, well, what if we just did though?
Yeah, but what if we just did have something like
that's exactly
that?
what they
Yeah.
did. And then they did it. So here we are. All right. Question number 9.
Okay.
Which resort hotel does not feature a Walt Disney World monorail station?
Oh, this is so easy.
What a softball.
Okay, so you're
I'm
gonna
keeping
have
those 100 points from that other question. So
But you're going to have to give me the options.
because
I already know if Grand Floridian, Polynesian, or Contemporary are on there, it's none of those.
well,
So-
they're all 3 on there.
Okay, so what's the last
There's
one?
only one that doesn't because that's the question.
Okay, so what's the last one?
It's-
Wilderness Lodge or something? Or,
No,
oh.
Port Orleans.
Oh, Port Orleans, Riverside.
Riverside.
Okay, yeah, no, that's the one. It doesn't.
What a cheap shot. I hope you get the last one wrong.
But why do you see? I think
What a-
the questions seem easy to you because you've gone so many
Yeah,
times.
we
You
know
know
a
them
lot.
all.
Yeah.
Disneyland trivia for you is more difficult because
It's more fun.
I mean, it is more fun. It is more
Maybe
about
maybe
the
we'll
original
go back through
part.
and switch real quick. I'll do Disney World and you'll do Disneyland.
I don't want to do Disneyland. I don't know any
Gotta
of
even.
those
Well,
questions.
I want to do Disney World next. I want to hit some of these
Okay,
questions.
the next one. So you want the
get
easy
an easy
questions.
100-point score or 1,000
Okay, I love
points.
it. Okay.
All right. Final question for this first round. What type of animal will you not encounter inside the temple during the Jungle Cruise?
What type of animal will you not? Okay, I'm going to need the
See,
options.
this is
'cause
another
there's
one that's
so
stupid,
many.
and I'm going to read them off to you, and it's
Okay.
obvious.
Okay.
The options are,
I felt that eye roll, by the way.
yeah, we have elephant, tiger, spider, and cobra. First of all,
Spiders.
spider's
You're not
not
gonna
an
see
animal.
spiders.
It's an arachnid, but
It's an arachnid.
it's
and
specifically in the temple, though.
in the temple. Okay. So then there must be. I'm gonna say, that was a little tricky. I think they're trying to.
I think my obvious answer may not be as obvious as
Okay,
I
I'm
thought it was
thinking-
because I think it's a technicality, but we'll
I'm
see.
thinking then. I think there are cobras.
Mhm.
There could be spiders, and I think there's tigers. So I'm gonna say elephants.
That's what I was thinking too. Elephant is correct.
Okay, there you go.
I was worried that they were going to get us on a technicality, and it was going to be like the carvings on the wall behind the tiger is a elephant, and the
Right.
spider is not an animal; it's
Oh
an
my
arachnid.
goodness.
So,
Oh my goodness.
but no, so that is a score of 900 points, or sorry, 800 points. You got 8 out of 10.
Okay.
So I will include that here so we can tally up at the end. I'm not going to take my cheap shot right now. I'll wait until I need a Hail Mary.
So do you want just the next round,
Let me
or how do you want to
try
do this?
for some character trivia. Let's see what
So you
questions
want me
we
to
get here.
I hit I'm done, and then I go to.
And then you get, it'll take you back. And
back
then
to
since you're on
character
Disneyland, it should be
trivia.
left one.
Yep, got it. Okay.
Okay, here we go. 10
Alrighty.
questions on characters.
What are the names of Holt Ferrier's two children in the all-new live-action Dumbo? I actually know this one.
Okay, I'm going to need multiple choice. I'm going to have to just...
Millie and Joe, Mickey and Minnie,
Nope.
Buzz and Woody,
No.
Anna and Elsa.
Okay, that one's easy, actually. What was the first one?
Millie and
Joe.
Yeah.
It has to be them because everyone else is different
Yes,
characters. So
that's
that
what it
was
is. Have
that
you
was
seen
lucky.
that one with
No, I
Danny
haven't,
DeVito's
actually.
in that? I
Mm-mm.
think Danny DeVito's in that one.
I believe so.
Though there's no Timothy Q. Mouse in the new live-action reimagining, Millie and Joe Ferrier step into the role as Dumbo's coach and confidant.
How about that?
It's actually really good.
I'll put it on the
There's
list.
a lot of things that are different.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
like
it's
when
live
stuff
action,
pulls
it's
away
kinda
from
hard.
the original. So
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I haven't watched Lion King yet. The live action Lion King. I'm a little nervous. Anywho.
Although I did like Aladdin live action. I'll just stop there. In the Disney animated feature Frozen, Hans has 12 of what?
Fingers and toes. Hans.
Yeah.
Hans is not Kristoff.
Correct.
I'm just trying to make sure I have the characters straight in my head because it's like a movie that I've watched, but it's not like a
We
movie that
finish
I've...
each other's sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that.
12 what? Brothers?
Yes. Very
I
good.
didn't even wait
No,
for
you
multiple
didn't.
choice on it. I just tried
Want
to
to
pull it
catch
out.
Hans performing in person?
Not really.
You can for the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Which, ironically enough, I believe is in the Sounds Dangerous soundstage, isn't it? Or is it American Idol experience?
It's in the American Idol experience. There's another one at the other end, so they just kind of filled stuff up.
Okay.
We'll get to a fun fact later about that. When did Minnie Mouse receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I'm going to need those multiple choices there. I'll take them.
2020,
No.
2017, 2018, 2008.
I feel like it wasn't that recently, but I also feel like they're trying to throw me off. Was it only 2017? I'm stuck.
I don't know.
It's either 2017 or 2008. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
What insight do you have? I'm gonna
I
call
don't
on.
have
I'm gonna
any
use
insight.
I feel like it wouldn't have been that long. I mean, waiting till 2008 to give Minnie a star. Well, it depends on when Mickey got his, I guess. But
I guess. Yeah.
but waiting till 2008 when they've been around since 1923. It's been 100 or 28, I guess, is when Mickey and Minnie started.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 2008.
No.
It was 2017.
2018.
2018. It was even wow.
Yeah, Disney chairman and CEO Bob Iger and global pop superstar Katy Perry officially presented Minnie Mouse with her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wow, I'm kind of sad that took that. Well, I guess again, like I said, it depends on when Mickey got his, but I assume it was a while ago, to be honest. But
All right, you ready for this?
yeah, I got it.
This is character trivia, by the way.
Yes.
Andy's pet dachshund, Buster, who appears in both Toy Story 2 and 3, bears a strong resemblance to which toy character?
Oh, Slinky?
Yeah,
Yeah, obviously.
of course.
Slinky dog. If it
Question
needed that.
5. The Happy Ride with Baymax at Tokyo Disneyland is the first attraction to be based on which Disney animated feature?
Big Hero 6.
How
Some
come
of
you're
these
getting
are
the easy
easy.
questions now?
So I picked another thing that I know a decent amount
Right?
of.
You're such a cheater. What is the name of Geppetto's goldfish in the 1940 animated feature film Pinocchio?
Figaro.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
So,
Figaro's the cat.
yes, Figaro's the cat. So
Hold
the
on.
options are Cleo, Clara, Wendy, and Marie.
Cleo or Clara? Oh, that's a stupid close one. I think it's Cleo, though.
You want Cleo?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with I think it's Clara. But I'll hit Cleo because that's what you said. Is that what you want? Or do you want to change it?
Well, I'm not going to change my answer because I think you're right.
Oh, it's Cleo.
Oh, thank God. Because I'm pretty sure Figaro is a girl.
I don't know.
And I think Cleo was a boy. At least that's what I assumed
Okay.
as a kid. I don't know if
Which of the following characters was the only one who did not make their debut in the original Toy Story film? Woody, but you got it. It's Jessie. Jesse's on there, so.
I was gonna say she's definitely on that list.
Okay.
It was either Jesse Bullseye,
Going to question 8. What kind of toy is Buzz Lightyear?
I guess it depends on. He's a space toy. Action figure?
Specifically, what is he?
An astronaut? A
What
space
kind
ranger?
okay, space ranger.
Okay. I don't know
I don't
what they're
want to
looking
give you
for.
clues, but I feel like I need to give you clues because you're like, it's that's kind of vague. That
yeah.
whole thing, like,
What kind of a toy? He's an action figure? I don't know.
I don't know.
Fair
All right.
enough.
Oh gosh, talk about the easy ones. Good grief.
Easy
Who
game, easy
assists
life.
Yoda in making his escape from the Senate building after his duel with the Emperor?
Hold on. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know it. I got to just find it again. It's in a file because I was on Disney and now we're in Star Wars. Got to go to a different room here.
Open that other box. Do you want your options?
No, I got this. Organa. Hold on. Bail Organa.
Yes.
I knew I'd get there. The room's on the other side of my brain, so.
What is the name of the seagull that helps Ariel in The Little Mermaid?
Multiple choice, please.
Eric?
Nope.
Flounder?
Nope.
Scuttle? Scout?
I'm going to say Scout.
That's your final answer?
I know it's not Eric, and I know it's not Flounder. Scuttle or Scout. I'm going to ask Scuttle.
Scuttle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Scout sounded a little too basic after I said it a few times. Yeah, a little. I'll be honest.
Okay, you had 9 out of 10. So now your total, so that's 900.
We'll tally a total at the end.
Okay.
Okay, what category would you like next, Ma? This is fun.
I don't know if I want to stay with Disney World.
Cheap shot.
Because I know it so well. But I kind of want to do the history one. That feels like it might be kind of fun, but I don't know if it's going to be like...
I'm down to do it. I think it'd be fun. If you don't do it this time, I'm doing it next time.
But you want to do villains.
I'll do villains if we need to fill extra time.
I'm going to stick with Walt Disney World.
Of course she is.
Because of course I am. I got to keep my points up.
Cheap shot.
I want to keep my points up.
I'm looking at my time here. I think we're going to do one more each. So you'll do this. You'll do this one plus one more.
Okay.
And then I'll do one more after this.
Okay.
But I'm going to say for your next one, you can't do Disney World again.
Okay.
You got to change it.
Okay.
Okay. Question number 1 on round 2 of Walt Disney World Trivia. In front of Rose and Crown Pub in the United Kingdom Pavilion, at the center of the street, you'll find one of these.
Is that the telephone booths?
That is not an option.
Oh, okay. What are the... Go
Our
ahead.
options are a bird bath, a sundial, a fountain, or a roundabout. Nothing is more British than a roundabout, so that would be hilarious if that's what was there, but I don't think that's it.
And it's where? Tell me where it is.
It says in the middle of the street, in front of the Rose and Crown Pub in the United Kingdom Pavilion. At the center of the street.
See, I don't think there's anything there. I think it must have used to been there. Because there's nothing.
I guess it depends on where in front of the Rose and Crown Pub
are they talking about over towards...
I don't think it's on the walkway. I think like because there's like the walkway that goes like around the front of the pavilion, but then there's also the walkway that goes through the pavilion. I think it's on the walkway that goes through the pavilion, not around the outside. So there's like buildings on either side. And I'd be willing to, in my professional opinion, I would say it's probably either a fountain or a sundial. I don't think it's a bird bath.
I don't think it's a sundial.
I don't think it's... Okay, so then maybe bird bath or fountain is what I would say. I'm fairly certain it's not a roundabout.
Again? One more time.
Roundabout, a fountain, sundial, or a bird bath. I also find it funny that they said roundabout, and if it's in the UK pavilion, they would definitely call it a traffic circle.
It's not going to be a roundabout.
That ain't it, yeah.
I'm going to go with fountain.
Fountain. That was not right. It is a sundial.
It is a sundial?
So when you're there on Monday...
Does it show where it's at? Because I don't remember ever seeing it.
But
now I'm going to have to look for it.
You have to go look for it. It does say, fun fact, in the days of yore, a sundial post in a town square was typically intended for travelers and citizens, allowing them to tell time if they were without a watch. Well, yeah, that's what a sundial is. Fair enough. Okay. Question number 2.
I'm going to check that out, because if I find out that like it's not there anymore, but it was,
then I'll give you a bonus 100 points, and we'll redact this.
I need that back. Okay.
While you're exploring the land of Africa, you may come across the Wildlife Express train. What is mounted on the front of this train?
Oh my gosh.
I know one thing it's not.
The Wildlife Express train. Is that the one that goes to like Rafiki's Planet?
I'm assuming so. This definitely, that's
See,
the only other
something-
train because it's the
that's-
Walt Disney World Railroad is the
Yeah,
one in
yeah.
Magic Kingdom, and the only other train in the park
okay,
in the
all
parks
right.
is that
Okay,
one.
what are the options?
The options are luggage
It is luggage. It is luggage.
on the front of the train.
On the front of the train.
That's
No,
what
maybe
I'm
not.
questioning
Okay,
because I know it's on
maybe
top of it.
Maybe not.
Let
Okay.
me read the rest
Okay.
and we'll go from there. Cattle skull. It's like an Ankole Watsui.
Oh, Watusi.
Watusi?
Watusi skull. That's the
Watusi cattle skull? I don't know what
the
that
cattle.
is.
That's a big,
I know what a
big,
kettle skull is, but I never heard the Watusi
the
part
Watusi,
before it.
but okay, so they have Watusi cattle
I don't know
out
how
by
to
our
read
place.
that word. That's hard.
And it's the ones with the big white horns, and they keep the water in there, so it keeps them cool and stuff. You know,
I
you've
thought they
seen
were
them.
called longhorns. I don't know.
No, those
Okay.
are in Texas. That's different.
Fair enough. Okay. The
Okay.
next option is a
Watusi.
T-Rex skull
It's not a T-Rex skull.
or a DeLorean.
It's not a DeLorean.
I'm certain it's not a DeLorean.
So,
I'm thinking it's one of
gosh.
those two skulls. I just don't know which one.
It's gonna be It's gonna be.
I guess it could be the luggage though. I don't want to
I don't
rule that
know.
one
It's
out.
gonna be.
don't
I
wanna
think it's
mislead
gonna be
you on that.
luggage, or the Watusi skull.
Yeah, the T-Rex skull seems a little far-fetched, doesn't it? I can't picture the train because I don't remember the last time I went on it.
I know. I think we only went like once ever.
I think so. Well, I know you and
There's
Dad
nothing
went
really to
once.
go back there.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It goes back past the savannah. So.
Yeah, just to Rafiki's Planet Watch, whatever's back there. I know you and Dad went on it because you guys went and did the learn to draw a character.
We did,
thing,
and
but-
it goes like you sit in it sideways. So
Right,
when you
so you're
board
looking-
it, you're going this way, and then you're like going that way, and then you're going that way.
Right.
But was it on the front? See, is it talking about like on the engine, or is it talking about like on each car, or?
It says mounted on the front of this train, so I'm thinking it's on the locomotive.
I'm gonna go with luggage anyway.
Okay.
That was my first instinct.
The
Anyway.
luggage is incorrect. It is indeed the Watusi skull.
Okay.
The Wildlife Express train can typically be seen from far away, particularly due to the horns mounted on its front. Did you know? And what's
Obviously,
that
I
first
didn't.
word?
Watusi. Oh, the
Ankole Watusi
yeah.
horns can grow up to 6 feet long. Is that 6 feet wingspan or?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like 6 feet from tip to tip, not like from the skull to the end.
I know. I think it could be even 6 feet on
Good
each side.
Lord.
Yeah.
I'm not even 5'8".
Yeah.
That's huge.
It is huge.
That's me.
They're
Sticking off the
it's
side
crazy.
of this dude's head.
And actually, in Africa, so they do raise Watusi in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
but in Africa, where water is more
That makes
scarce,
a lot of sense, yeah.
they're going to grow bigger because
gotta
they're
retain
created to
more.
adapt and kind of like camels with their humps, whether it's Bactrian or dromedary camels, they
Yeah.
have. They can store more water and stuff like that. But that's what it's for. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a fun fact, too.
There you go. What is the name of the chamber you enter to experience Avatar Flight of Passage? I think once I read, if I end up
Okay.
reading off the multiple choice, I think you'll get it. But I want to see if you
read
can
me
come
the,
up with
the,
it first.
Oh, gosh. It's like something like the integration chamber or something along those
Okay.
lines.
Yeah. So mind chamber, flight chamber, terminal chamber, or the link chamber.
Link chamber.
That's what I'm thinking too. And that is correct.
Mhm.
No fun fact.
No, but when you're standing there, it'll pop up. So it's kind of like, do you remember how Soren used to be? And it used to have like this heat sensing, and it could see like where people were and stuff like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it does. It's not 100% accurate, of course.
Right.
It's just for looks. But then they're like, wave your arm so we can see where you're at, so we can link you up with your avatar and everything. And
The
you
thing
can
that I
actually
find
see
funny
yourself
about
doing
that
it.
is they're like, wave your arms so we can see you. And like everyone waving their arms makes it easier to see everyone.
How does that
I think that's
work?
more
I know.
complicated. But anyway.
I agree. It's kind of funny. Okay.
All right. Question number 4. On the Jungle Cruise, what type of animal has overturned a safari jeep?
Are they gorillas or are they? Does it say gorillas or apes or
I
chimpanzees?
have gorilla as an option.
I'm gonna go with gorilla.
Okay. Gorilla is correct.
Mm-hmm.
And no fun fact associated with that one. So we move on to
Wow.
question 5.
Okay.
And this is a dumb one.
Oh,
True
good.
or false? The quote, "If you can dream it, we can do it," once appeared in an attraction at Epcot.
Yes.
True it is. Let's see
Yes.
if we get a fun fact here. Fun fact, the line was once used in Horizons.
Yeah.
An attraction that stood in Future World East from 1983 until 1999.
Yes.
Obviously.
That was such, I just want to say something about Horizons. And if anyone can like go to YouTube and find a point of view video, that wasn't a thing back then, but if anybody can find a point of view video, that was so exist. Cutting edge, because at the end, you got to choose, like, if you were going to live in space, if you were going to kind of like they
at
do
the end
with
of,
the Spaceship Earth.
Spaceship Earth.
But you could choose where you were going to live, and like your whole car, it was like a 4-seater, it went across, and then your whole car, like if wherever you chose, it went off that way, or if you chose this other option, it went off that way, or this other one went off that way.
That's super cool.
And then they eventually, all came back together. But it was really cool. I mean, that was so cutting edge back then.
Like that.
Like that's not something that they even do. I don't think on even rides now. I mean, they kind of do with the, like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, but
it's not exactly, you don't get to choose where you're going.
Right.
It's
you just go.
Pre-selected. So, yeah.
Awesome. Question number 4 is number 6 is also a true or false. Okay. Disney legend Buddy Baker composed the music for the Haunted Mansion, including Grim Grinning Ghosts, the Screaming Song. Is that true or false?
I'm going to go with true.
All right. It is indeed true.
Okay.
Buddy Baker's music can also be heard at the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The American Adventure at Epcot, and Journey to the Center of the Earth at Tokyo Disney Sea.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's very interesting.
What a guy, Buddy Baker.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Question number 7. The area that used to be home to the Great Movie Ride was reimagined for an attraction starring Mickey and Minnie.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is correct.
I'm still salty about that, so we need to move to the next question.
100% have mixed feelings on it because I love Runaway Railway, but I also loved Great Movie Ride.
I mean, the thing I don't want to get into Great Movie Ride. That's a whole nother podcast, but
yeah.
What I really liked about it was...
It actually literally is another podcast.
It was like the history of movies.
Yeah, it was great.
And there's nothing else that has anything like that now. And now they don't even have that anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm
you just have to live through it on YouTube, I guess. Fun fact, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway puts you inside the wacky world of Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts where you're the star and anything can happen. Well, not really anything.
Not really anything.
All right. Number 8, another true or false. The Astro Orbiter vehicles circle around the animated planetary model that demonstrates the movement of planets in our solar system. True or false?
The Astro Orbiters?
Mm-hmm. The vehicles circle around an animated planetary model that demonstrates movement of planets in our solar system.
I have no idea. I have no idea. What are my options? Oh, it's true or false?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, those are your options.
Dang it. I have no idea. I haven't looked
Shot in the dark?
I'm going to say false.
It is true.
Oh, really?
I was thinking it was false because I thought that the planets were fixed.
Right.
And if they were fixed, that would not be a thing. But now I'm thinking about it more. I actually don't think they are.
I don't know that
they must not be.
I haven't gone on it recently enough that I would remember, I guess.
So, fun fact for that one is, did you know similar animated planetary models as the one you'll experience on Astro Orbiter were used from the 15th through the 19th centuries? Well, I guess.
Oh, interesting.
If I knew that ahead of time, I would have been like, yeah, obviously.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. All right.
Goodness.
Question number 9. A recreation of what Hollywood landmark can be found towering over Hollywood Boulevard at Disney's Hollywood Studios?
The Hollywood... What is it? Hang on. It's Hollywood something hotel. Hollywood Tower Hotel?
That is not
what are
an
my
option.
options?
Our options... Well, this is going to be stupid because as soon as I read them, you're going to get it again.
Okay. That's fine.
The Hollywood Sign, Hollywood and Highland Center, Venice Beach Boardwalk. What? Why are you laughing? Did I say it wrong?
No.
You just know that's definitely not
I know it's definitely not
gotcha.
Venice Beach Boardwalk. It's not.
Are you ready?
Yes.
TCL Garmin's Chinese Theater.
Oh yeah, it's the
Yeah, it is.
Isn't it Grauman's Chinese Theater?
What did I say?
You said Garmin. It's Grauman's.
My bad. Yeah, Grauman's.
Grauman's Chinese Theater.
I'm not wearing my glasses. Should have grabbed them. That is correct, and we have no fun fact associated with it. But I will share the fun fact that when they were doing a restoration of the OG Grauman's Chinese Theater in LA, they used the blueprints from the one in Hollywood Studios to make sure that they did it right, because they lost the original ones for the OG theater. So I'll put that fun fact in there. That should be on here. I don't know why it's not.
I don't know why it's not either. We need to get on that.
These people suck. All right, final question. Before it was known as Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros, what was the attraction called that originally resided in the Mexico Pavilion at Epcot?
Oh my gosh. I'm going to need options.
Okay.
Do you think I'm going to get them, or are you just trying to...
I think you're going to get it.
Okay. I have a fun fact about Mexico Pavilion too.
Good.
When
if it doesn't give us one, I'll let you share. Well, I'll let you share it anyway. But I'm gonna read the fun fact on here first if we get one. The options are El Rio del Florido, El Rio del Donaldo,
okay,
El Rio de la Historia, El Rio del Tiempo.
I think it was. I want to say it was. I don't know, Donald or Tiempo.
I'm gonna block you there and say I don't think it was Donald, because I'm pretty sure before it was Three Caballeros, it had nothing to do with Donald. It had nothing to do with.
I'm gonna say Tiempo. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Tiempo too. That's my thought, and that is correct.
Okay, so they had in the Mexico Pavilion when it first opened. I'm not sure when that particular attraction. Entertainment, I guess it was more entertainment, closed, but they used to have this huge pole, and these four guys would walk up the pole like clockwise up the pole with rope tied to them, and then when they got to the top, they all kind of just sat up there, and then at a particular time they would jump out off the pole, and they would each come down, but they'd all be coming down kind of this like pole together, right?
Kind of like a tetherball.
Yeah. Okay. 4 tether balls going around the pole, right?
How about that?
Until there was a tragedy of, I don't know the degree, if it was an injury or anything like that, beyond an injury, and they decided it was too dangerous, and they took it out.
Well, there you go. I will share the fun fact on this one here in a second, but we'll get that camera rolling again first. Okay, so now that we got the camera rolling again, this fun fact that this pulls up, and I was thinking that this is what it meant, but I wasn't 100% sure. My wife wasn't here to confirm it before I had to learn. But yeah, so the El Rio del Tiempo is the river of time. And that combined 3 Mexican cultures, pre-Columbian, Spanish, colonial, and modern Mexico, to show audiences a history of the land.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't have known that that's what the ride was before, because it's been 3 Caballeros since I've been going.
A lot of the rides were very educational. When Epcot first opened, it was very much meant to appeal to crowds, to entertain and educate. What they found was that more crowds wanted the thrill rides and things like that. And so they ended up in order to keep up with things, even like that, they had to integrate more rides that had entertainment like Donald and various things like that. And so even today, even some of the rides that are back at, for example, the China Pavilion and the France Pavilion, where they're historical kind of movie entertainment of that particular country. Yeah. They have kind of a low attendance.
Right. You can pretty much walk into the theater and have your pick of where you're going to stand for
exactly
for O Canada and what's the one in
It's not
China?
O Canada anymore. They changed it, but I'll tell you what it is later. But
I
can't think. But
so I have a slight problem. Yeah. You know how I told you there's a bank of questions.
Yes.
It's
punk.
Huh. Apparently I forgot to delete everything off that SD card before we started, so that's a thing. But I've gotten to the end of this. There's 50 questions, and that was apparently the 4th time I've gone through that, or the 5th time now since I've gone through it. So I don't have the actual total score for you. I just know that since I've done the first 3 and we did 2 with you just now, the score was 33 out of 50. So I don't know what ones... How many do you remember how many you missed? Was it only 2? I feel like it was only 2.
It was only 2.
we'll call that 800 because I'm fairly confident that's what it was. But
Okay.
let me take care of this camera again, which is annoying because I just fixed that one. But okay, so we're getting a little bit tight on our timeline here. We're running out of time, so we're going to do one more round each, and this is going to be the speed round. So we're going to try to answer questions as fast as possible and try not to share extra stories if we can help it.
Extra stuff. That'll have to be another podcast.
Yes. So I'm going to be doing history for my final round. Let's see what we got.
In what year was the first Disneyland souvenir guidebook released? 2015?
No.
1964?
Maybe.
1955? 1978?
I feel like 55, like opening day is a little fast, but I feel like it's probably the one. I'm going to go with, was it 61? 68?
64?
64?
You like
Let's
64?
try 64.
It was not 64.
It was 55?
It was 55.
It was opening day. Of course it was. All right.
Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room debuted in what year at Disneyland Park in California? 1963, 1955, 1993, 1971.
Oh, that's another one that I don't think it was opening day. I'm going to say 63.
It was 63.
Woohoo! Beautiful. I'm a genius.
True or false? Space Mountain was the world's first computerized indoor roller coaster.
True.
It's true.
Yes. That's where they started with the blocks. No one else had blocks before that. So,
whose giant hand appeared alongside Spaceship Earth to celebrate the start
Mickey
of the
Mouse.
new year?
I know where you go. In
I
2001.
will give that to you, even though specifically it was...
Sorcerer Mickey.
Yes.
That one's a little too specific. It's Mickey's hand. He's Mickey Mouse's Mickey Mouse's Mickey Mouse.
When was Hans Christian Andersen's story of The Little Mermaid first considered as an animated project within the Walt Disney Company? In the late 1930s, in the early 1950s, in the late 2010s, in the early 1980s?
1930s was one of the first options, right? In the late 1930s. I think it was one of the first few that Walt was really wanting to do.
Okay, so you like the late 1930s?
I like late 1930s.
Yes.
I know it did. It took years before they actually did it, but I knew that was one that he was.
Mickey's Toontown at Disneyland Park first opened its gates to guests in what year? 1955, 2005, 1993, 1973.
Let's see. Do I think Roger Rabbit was an opening day attraction or not? I'm stuck between 93. It was 73 was the other one. 93 or 73. I'm gonna say 73.
I'm pretty sure it's 93. I was right.
He's 93.
It's
I knew it.
93.
Okay, so that means that Roger Rabbit was an opening day attraction, probably.
Roger Rabbit came out in 1990, the year Dad and I got married.
Yeah.
In 2017, what percentage of waste did the Walt Disney Company divert from landfills and incineration within the Disney theme parks? 22%, 10%, 38%, 46%.
We're going high here, man. I think second from the highest was 30.
38?
38%.
You like 38?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking 46. It's 46.
46.
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was too high for, I don't know. It makes sense.
Their waste, recycle or reuse is 60% of its waste in eco-friendly stuff.
Good job, Disney.
Good job, Disney. The concept for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad was inspired by a similar project originally planned for the same location. What was the name of that project? Thundertown, Western River Expedition, Rainbow Ridge Glen, Avatar Land.
Avatar Land. I don't think it was Rainbow Ridge Glen because it was the Rainbow Ridge Mine Trains or something like that was the original attraction that was over in that area. I don't think they wanted to just rename it and do something else. What was the first one?
Thundertown. Western River Expedition.
This is a hard one. What's annoying is I know that this is something I just heard recently on the Connecting with Walt podcast. I'm going to go with Thundertown.
I think it's Western River Expedition, but I'm going to go with Thundertown as well. Like you said, it's Western River Expedition.
I knew it.
Okay.
I was going to be wrong no matter what I picked.
How many attractions did the original Disneyland Park offer on opening day in 1955? 17, 19, 20, 18. So 17, 18, 19, or 20.
I know it wasn't that many. I'm between 17 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
17 sounds too low.
You want to go with 18?
18 sounds like I'm still wrong. So, but 18.
Okay, we'll go with 18.
18.
That's your final answer?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with 18.
It's 18.
Ah, that was a good guess. Something I feel like I also should know and maybe do know, just in a different room in my mind.
Prior to joining the Grizzly Peak family, Grizzly Peak Airfield was known as Condor Flats. At that time, what area of California served as its inspiration? Joshua Tree National Park, Red Rock Canyon National Park, Mojave National Preserve, Death Valley National Park.
I'm pretty sure it's not Mojave. What was the other two?
Joshua Tree National Park, Red Rock Canyon National Park, Death Valley National Park.
I'm going to go with Joshua Tree.
Is that going to be your final answer?
What do you think?
I'm thinking Red Rock Canyon, but I'm not 100% sure. So
maybe Red Rock Canyon.
So which is your final answer?
I'm going to stick with Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree? It's Mojave National Preserve.
Oh, of course. The one that I said it definitely wasn't is the one that it was.
Yeah.
Naturally. Okay.
So that was 500 points.
That was a bad round.
You got half of them right.
This is why you have to use a different category.
Okay.
So you don't blow me out of the water here.
Oh my gosh. What are my options?
I will give you the option. You can do characters, but I think that one would also be easier for you. You can do film and TV trivia. You could do history if you wanted as well, because our questions should be different.
Yeah, we'll just do history.
Our questions should be different. If we run into the same question, then we'll have a different. We'll figure something out.
A default.
Yeah. Okay. The first public announcement of Walt Disney's plans to build the original Disneyland park was printed by which of the following newspapers? Los Angeles Times, Orange County Register, Burbank Daily Review, or the New York Times?
I'm going to say the New York Times.
The New York Times, it was not.
Oh.
It was indeed the Burbank Daily Review, which is what I was initially thinking.
Okay.
No fun facts. Skipping
fun facts.
The lyrics "Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me" in the I will specify "A Pirate's Life for Me" is in parentheses, so I think it's
okay.
In the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction found at Disneyland Park, Magic Kingdom Park, Disneyland Paris, and Disneyland Paris were written by which Disney legend?
Who are my options?
I don't know how to say the first one. It's X and Atenseto.
Okay, I'm gonna say not him.
Not him. Roy Disney,
Mm-hmm.
Mark Davis, or Bob Gurr.
That could almost be a Roy Disney thing. I'm gonna say.
Kind of sounds like it might be, but
Doesn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Bob Gurr, that could be a thing too.
Mm-hmm. Could be Mark Davis too.
Could be any one of them, couldn't it?
It's probably the first one that I can't pronounce.
Let's go with the first one you can't pronounce.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's just go with
All
it.
right. It is. I don't know if you can pronounce that better than I can, but I don't know how to say his name.
Atencio.
Atencio. I'm sure I've heard of him before, but
I've never heard of it.
Drawing a blank on him.
I've never heard of it. Okay. Moving right along.
Next question. How many specially themed ear walls were created across Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World Resort, and Disneyland Paris for Share Your Ears 2018, celebrating Mickey Mouse's 90th anniversary? The options are 12 walls, 8 walls, 10 walls, or 3 walls.
What was the first one?
12.
I'll go with 12.
12 is correct. There were, in fact, 12 walls built for that thing.
Cool. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
we weren't in Disney at 2018.
I was in Disneyland in 2018, but I don't remember hearing that at all. Okay.
The character Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, and Brer Bear from Splash Mountain were first introduced in Southern Fables written by what author?
Oh.
That one threw me off. I thought I knew where it was going.
I thought it was going to be like Song of the South.
Right.
Yes, let's do it. What are my options?
Mark Twain, Walt Disney, Joel Chandler Harris, or A.A. Milne?
A.A. It's Milne? Is that Milner, isn't it? Or something.
There's no
like
R at the end. Milne.
Oh, Milne. That's the one
Milne?
who wrote. Yeah, A.A.
Right?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he wrote Winnie the Pooh, so that's not him. Who's the other one?
Joel Chandler Harris Walt Disney and Mark Twain?
I'm going to go with Joel Chandler Harris.
That will be correct. I know Walt Disney didn't write it.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he was much of a writer.
Anyway.
Right. On what special day did Disney's Animal Kingdom Park open its gates for the very first time?
What special day?
I'm not giving you multiple choice for this one.
Why?
Because
okay, is Earth Day one of them? Because I feel like it's Earth
yeah.
Day.
It was Earth Day, of course, as a gimme.
Okay.
Ugh, I think I've lost.
So glad I chose this.
How many Disney wishes have been granted with Make-A-Wish since its founding in 1980?
Oh my gosh.
More than 140,000, 75,000, 100,000, or 85,000?
I'm going to say more than 140,000.
More than 140,000 is correct.
Yeah.
Naturally.
They do a lot of stuff.
They do a lot. I just
for
saw
Make-A-Wish.
I just saw a news. I didn't read it, but I saw like a headline for a news article that says Make-A-Wish family gets kicked out of Disney World. And I'm like, kind of curious about that, but I forgot to read it. So
there was an article that a Disney family had gone to Make-A-Wish, and there it said something like vacation ruined or something like that at Disney. It wasn't. It was leaving the Sanford airport, not even the Orlando airport.
Had nothing to do with
TSA
Disney.
made their disabled child lay on the floor because they didn't think that he was actually disabled. They thought he was in a stroller. Yeah.
Well, that's
Go
stupid.
Google that one. Oh my gosh.
I don't think so. I don't want to get that mad today. All right. Before the land known as Critter Country came to be, this area of Disneyland Park was known by what name?
See, that I don't know because I didn't go. I went in 88.
There's another one. I'm going to read it to you and you're going to get it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. We've got Wilderness Camp, Bear Country, Wolf Hills, or the Painted Desert. And actually, now that I've read that, I think it's not what I thought it was.
It's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be Bear Country because Country Bear Jamboree's not over there. Do they have a Country Bear Jamboree?
No.
Did they have a Country Bear Jamboree?
They did. And I do believe it was right over there.
Okay, I'll say Bear Country.
It was Bear Country. That's what I'm saying. As soon as I saw it, I was like,
fun.
"You're gonna."
Yay!
They don't even give you anything else. That's like kind of. Well, I guess the Painted Desert was kind of close, but like only if you know the history of that area.
Okay.
On opening day, way back in 1955, which of the following lands was not available at Disneyland Park? Tomorrowland, Frontierland, Adventureland, or Critter Country?
Critter Country.
Critter Country is right. That was dumb. Oh, that actually makes me mad that was a question that was on there right after, especially in the order that they were in there.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Since opening day, Disney California Adventure Park has featured many Pixar-themed attractions and experiences. Which was the first to debut?
What are my options?
It's Tough to Be a Bug, Pixar Play Parade, Radiator Springs Racers, the Toy Story Midway Mania.
Gosh, that's...
This is one that I think is easy, but it may be because I know more about Disneyland.
Read it all again one more time. Sorry.
It's Tough to Be a Bug, Pixar Play Parade, Radiator Springs Racers, or Toy Story Midway Mania.
So I don't think Toy Story Midway Mania. I think that opened like in 2008 or something.
And I think that one was down the line.
So I think that was quite a while before. But I think It's Tough to Be a Bug. That opened like fairly early into, I mean, like right after it was made, it came out like at Animal Kingdom.
You'd think.
So I'm going to go with Tough to Be a Bug.
It's Tough to Be a Bug is correct.
Okay.
Yes, of course it is. Final question, and then we're going to wrap things up here. I want to do
trivia again with you, Noah.
Oh, yes. We can do it outside of podcast hours maybe next time. All right. So a crest with the letters CPG and 3 carnations was created for the Fantasy Fair in Disneyland Park. What does the crest symbolize?
And it's, say it again, CPG?
CPG.
Okay, what are my options?
We have Cinderella's Princess Godmother.
No.
Carnation Palace Guards. Carnation Plaza Gardens. Or Charming Prince Gardens. I think I know which one it is, but I'm not 100% sure.
And what was the question?
A crest with the letters CPG and 3 carnations was created for the Fantasy Fair in Disneyland Park. What does the crest symbolize?
The carnation one, whatever that was. There was one said carnation.
There's 2. Carnation Palace Guards or Carnation Plaza Gardens.
The garden one.
That is correct.
Yay!
And that gives you a score of 9 out of 10. So you have beat me. I don't even have to do the math to know that because you had 800, 800, and 900, which is
I'm fairly competitive, so
yeah.
I was going to apologize, but you know what? I don't make apologies for that.
Yeah.
You know a lot of good trivia too. You know a lot of good stuff. So, good for you.
I think if I hadn't let you pick Disney World the second time, I think we would have been closer. So I'm keeping my 100 points from the other instance.
Absolutely.
We have, let's see.
Did that bring you up to second place?
Yeah, I think I've got a solid second here. 1,400 and then another 7. We have.
Awesome.
I didn't lose as badly as I thought I did. But if I did my math correctly, our final scores were 2,500 and 2,100.
That's not too bad. And that really, it was that last section that we did.
Yeah, I got messed up.
The history trivia that kind of...
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for joining me again, Mom. Today we have one more plan to do together. Hopefully we have the time to do it.
Yeah.
Before you leave Monday morning, unless your flight gets delayed and we have to spend a little more time on Monday. That would suck. Well, it would suck for you because you're going to Epcot on Monday.
I'm going to Epcot on Monday.
I'm not,
Otherwise,
so
I'm just
I don't
going
care.
into Orlando and driving home.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's episode of Noah Parker's World of Wonder. If you're listening to the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a rate. On Spotify, we have these little interaction things. You can make sure you find that and interact with it. Make sure you share it with your friends. If you're watching us on YouTube and the video version, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're listening and you're not on the YouTube channel and you want to find the YouTube channel, you can go to youtube.com/@NoahParker_channel. That'll take you to the channel where you can find our video version. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to find it on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you'll type in the search bar Noah Parker's World of Wonder. You can also follow us on Instagram with the same tag at Noah Parker's World of Wonder, or Noah Parker_channel will take you to a secondary Instagram that's basically the exact same. If you're on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe and you like, and you also share it with your friends. And do you have anything you'd like to add before we sign out here, Ma?
I don't.
All right. Well, guys, until next time, let the wonder take hold.